Hello, lads, ladies, and lovelies. So, hello, this is another book review. I do hope that everyone is having a lovely day. But yeah, there is another book review, a short distance of time from another one. That is because I was reading two books. This one specifically is a very big book and quite a long book. And I needed to read a library book which I couldn't renew, so I could return it very quickly. So I was kind of reading two books at the same time, and I'd be able to finish both of them. So this book is by a very popular author who has become quite successful with one of her book series. So popular even that it became a live action show for Netflix. It became a animation in YouTube, but I think it was a webtoon before she did the novels. And this was one of the books that she had written. So the book that became really popular to the point where there were shows, I'm going to be talking about that in a later date because I haven't read that yet. I've only watched the shows. But I'm going to be talking about the book before she written the most popular one. So do bear with me. This is a book that I'm going to be talking about is the Scum Villain Self-Saving System by, and I do apologize if I pronounce this author incorrectly, Xiang Tong. So this is what they call a danmei, which is basically Chinese for yaoi. So these are BL novels that she has written. And for this one, one thing I know that these were BL novels, but what I didn't know about Scum Villain Self-Saving System, it's an isekai. It's an isekai that I did not know when I got into it. So that was a bit of a shock. So for what this book is, it follows a guy called Shen Yuan who is just finished a book called Proud of Immortal Demon Ways. And he was raging of how the book has ended, and to the point where it caused him to die very suddenly. But then he was reborn to a character within this book that he was just raging about. And within being this character within the book, he was currently being controlled by this system that brought him into this book, in order for him to become that specific character that was written in the book, essentially. And then throughout the ways, he had to find a way to stem away from that. So as you can see from these two, I don't know, there we go. That's more like it. From these two, Shen Yuan has became this character called Shen Qingqi, who is a very beautiful but a horrible person, particularly for this dude called Luo Binghe. I apologize for pronouncing these names incorrectly. I do apologize. I am going to try my best. But Shen Qingqi, this one is as I said, who's a very beautiful but very, very horrible person. So within the book, the original character of Shen Qingqi, he hates Luo Binghe, hates him to the very core, and would horribly abuse him, would overwork him, would punish him, would insult him, and so many things. And within that book, this isn't really spoilers because you would know this from the beginning. Shen Qingqi did kill Luo Binghe originally, and that's what Shen Yuan was absolutely pissed about. He was pissed about this death of Luo Binghe, and it's like, wait, that's really stupid. That's really fucked up. Like, just why? And so Shen Yuan, becoming Shen Qingqi, decided to not let that happen. He wanted to change Qingqi's character because Luo Binghe is actually the character that he did like from the book. He thought this character was a very intriguing, he liked the character, he liked the progression of this character, and so he wants to be a good teacher to Luo Binghe rather than be a disgustingly terrible teacher that Qingqi was originally was. The problem was that this system has like a point system. It's very, very odd. I gotta say, it was very, very odd. He has a point system where he has to follow, like, how to explain this? You know, in MMOs, you get quests. So he has to follow these certain quests that the system gives him. And if he doesn't follow through exactly as his specific character, then he would lose so many points. I can't remember what happens if his point system goes down to 0. But he doesn't like the idea of losing points. And the system is very unfair because when he does something wrong, he will lose so many points. But when he does something right, he would gain so little points. Well, not little, but it's little compared to how much he lost. So he's just sitting there going, what the fuck do I do now? I don't really want to punish and abuse Luo Binghe that this character did in the book. I kind of want to get out of this loophole of actually being a good person and a good teacher to Luo Binghe. And Luo Binghe is this little dude here. He's Shen Qingqi's student, and when you first meet him, he's exceedingly kind. He's absolutely lovely. He loves to help people, but he also has a very, very dark past. He had a horrible childhood as well. He was kind of abandoned. He was kind of being, horrible. People were being very horrible to him because essentially he was actually a half demon, which is the main reason why the original Shen Qingqi were being horrible to him as well as everyone else. But the Shen Qingqi does find Luo Binghe to be very interesting and would try to be a good teacher to him. And then you see some progression through it all, but he's tried to find all through the way he's tried to find a loophole of this saving system because he cannot be out of character. He just can't. But then later on, at some point during the story, if he wants to be friendly with the Luo Binghe, he would have to switch roles with another character in order for him to be able to be out of character for Shen Qingqi and not to be friends with Luo Binghe. So it's very confusing. I probably didn't say anything correctly, but that is basically what happened. And so and along the way, he does deal with main quests, and the main quests is dealing with demons. Now, within this world, as I said, Luo Binghe is half demon, which means that they would have to be dealt with other demons that will mostly target Luo Binghe for his heritage. And Shen Qingqi of Shen Yuan, what do you call, I don't know what you would call him in this situation. The system Shen Qingqi, there we go, is to try to protect Luo Binghe from that happening, try to stop all the demons. There was a lady demon that was attracted to Luo Binghe. There is a demon who is actually ending up know who Luo Binghe is for a certain reason, and Luo Binghe is because has a great character progression through the book. You can see there's a very nice fluid change within him. At first he was a timid, kind, friendly, sweet boy who just wants to make his master proud, to someone who is strong, to someone who is powerful, to someone who can fight his own battles if he wants to, especially when it comes to people, when he sees the people that he cares about get hurt. So I love Luo Bing's character. I think that's a very nice progression. As for Shen Yuan or Shen Qingqi, I feel like his progression is a tiny bit rocky. Like, we know from the beginning that he likes Luo Binghe as a character from the start, even before he gets into this isekai world. But I feel like it's a tiny bit rocky, especially with dealing with the whole self-saving system, because he tried to follow what the system wants him to do, being an abusive asshole, and then tried to find a loophole so that he can be out of character, but then he ends up switching roles with another character so that he'll be able to be out of character to be friendly with Luo Binghe. Can you see? It's a little bit confusing, and then he has to fight demons along the way as well. So but yeah, I will read the blurb for you in case that you find what I'm saying to be a little bit confusing. It's a lot to take in. It's a very big book. Oh, I'll show you after the blurb, actually. I'll show you after the blurb. So, half demon Luo Binghe, and again, I do apologize humbly for pronouncing the Chinese names incorrectly. So if I do say anything incorrectly, do comment down below. In actuality, if you have no idea how to pronounce these, the words or the names, they do say so at the end of the book. So it gives off like a nice little gallery. I was going to show you after the blurb, but I can show you now. So as you can see, it gives you like a very nice glossary. So it tells you about like, so it tells you like certain terms, as you can see, Danmei, which is Yaoi, Wuzhai, Qi deviation, that sort of thing. Let me have a look. So many. I know there's like, oh, there is like galleries as well. So it does show drawings. So these are the main characters. So this is Shen Qingqi, and this is Luo Binghe. So very beautiful art, by the way. Very beautiful art. And I can't find it. Oh, it tells you about the characters as well, but it also tells you of how to pronounce the names in case you get stuck, basically. But yeah, let me just read you the blurb. Half-demon Luo Binghe rose from humble beginnings and a tortured past to become unrivaled in strength and beauty. With his dominion over both the human and demon realms and his 100-strong harem, he is truly the most powerful protagonist in a trashy web novel series. At least that's what Shen Yuan believes as he finishes reading the final chapter of Proud Immortal Demon Way. I do apologize for that, I said the book wrong. But when a bout of rage leads to his sudden death, Shen Yuan is reborn into the world of the novel in the body of Shen Qingqi, the beautiful but cruel teacher of a young Luo Binghe. While Shen Qingqi may have the incredible power of a cultivator, he is destined to be horrifically punished for crimes against the protagonist. The new Shen Qingqi now has only one course of action: to get into Luo Binghe's good graces before the young man's rise to power or suffer the awful fate of a true scum villain. And at the back here, you can see the other characters here as well. So we got, oh, I don't know how to pronounce. We got Luo Qinghe. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Luo Qinghe, Yue Qingwan, and Sha Hualing. So these are, you can tell that the art is very, very lovely. But yeah, and this is the first book. So in each what she does is that she does like 3 books of each series. We have this one. We have the Grandmaster of the Demonic Cultivation, which is the most popular book that she has done, which did become a live action show called Untamed, along with there's an animated show in YouTube as well. And which is the one I'm going to be reading. And she also did Heaven's Official Blessing, which I'm sure you've seen the animation in Netflix as well. And I heard there's going to be a 4th book series as well, but I don't know when that will be due to things that happen with an author. I don't know to say anything because I only read these things from the internet, but apparently it's a little delayed. It was going to be Grim Reapers Has No Days Off, which I'm actually kind of excited about. That sounds quite interesting, but yeah, I do love this book. I do love this book. The world building is very, very interesting. I love the world building. I do love the characters. I also hate some of the characters as well. One of the character really does kind of piss me off a little bit. I do love Xia Hualing. Xia Hualing was really incredible, and yeah, But the thing is with the world, she made it so she can really paint a picture with the worlds around her. So I do really love the world that she made, and I cannot wait to read more. I do have the 2nd book, and I think the 3rd book is currently getting translated at this moment. I couldn't find anywhere. And I also got the 1st and 2nd book of Demonic Cultivation, and I've also got the 1st book of Heaven's Official Blessing. I got a lot to read. You can clearly see it's quite big. I mean, it's not big, but the writing is very, very tiny. But yes, if you are interested, you can definitely find these online, and you can find these in bookstores as well. So they have become very, very popular. So if you're interested in these, do check it out. Anyway, guys. Oh, also, do be caution. I do not recommend this book to kids. This is rated 17 plus, because yes, it's a BL novel, but also it's that might have scenes, but it also has gore, it also has fighting, it also has death as well. So do take caution of this book. This is for 17 plus. And anyway, guys, thank you ever so much for joining me in my stream. Not a stream. I thought I was in Twitch. Sorry, I'm in a streaming mindset. Thank you for joining me in this video. That's what I meant to say. I do hope that you enjoyed this review, and I hope that you would pick up this book as well. And anyway, guys, do take care. Have a wonderful day, and hopefully I should see you soon. Bye bye.